Good evening and welcome to Game 2 of our Tuesday doubleheader here. We are at Boston Municipal Arena, home of the Boston Yachts, as they get ready to host the America Division leading Detroit Trappers into town today for an American Division matchup. Warm-ups are over, ice has been freshly cleaned, and we are ready for the opening draw here between the Trappers and the Yachts. It'll be won away by Calvin Anderson, wearing their red alternates here tonight. Sasha Baklov with it. He'll walk down the boards, get it to Anderson, behind the back pass to Stevens. Shot might have been rung off the post there. This is Anders Falk in net for Detroit, and it'll be Benny Sobel in net for Boston. It'll be flipped down the boards. Grabbed there by Kovalenko to Ristolainen. Shot goes wide of Sobel there. Boston now on it. He'll get it over to Baklov. Baklov will enter the zone. He'll continue with it. Stevens down low to Anderson. Stop there. Stevens now back with it. Puck will go behind the net. Kaba. He's met there by a couple of Yachts. King blockered away by Falk. Back to the point to Baklov. Down to King. Anderson. Stopped there by Falk. So good pressure here by the Yachts as Detroit able to get it away from danger. Kovalenko. He'll lose the puck. Jackson King. He'll be chased by Kaba. Back to Anderson. He'll lose it there. Benny Brock will pick it up for Detroit. Brock retreats in his own zone, then gets up to Toivonen. To Helm, just onside. Helm with a chance. He scores! So Dayton Helm with the takeaway there. And stuffs one past Benny Sobel. So now Helm will go up against Esvin Shvatal in the dot. An unassisted goal for Dayton Helm there. So he gets on the board, tries to come in again, and he's stopped there by Sobel. Face-off now coming to the right of Sobel. It'd be Shvatal against Helm again. Shvatal able to win it back to Vinogradov, up to Antonison. Christensen. He'll flip in. Detroit now will exit the zone, get it up to Thornburg. Stuart Thornburg. In, shot, doesn't get through. It'll be blocked away, Carolina in front. It'll be sticked away by Sobel. Sticked away out of the zone, so Detroit will have to reset. It'll be a Tapio Carolina. They'll get it up to Thornburg. Thornburg enters the zone with speed. Thornburg shot, doesn't get on net. Antonison tries to clear. It'll get sent back down below the goal line. Detroit keeping possession here. Helm in that high slot. Shot doesn't get on net. Vinogradov now will carry away. Isaac Christensen with it. Christensen down to O'Shea, down low. O'Shea unable to get a shot off as Tiketovic. Watching him there. Christensen blockered away. Owen Fatal can't quite get a stick on the rebound to put it by Falk. Horn will pause there. Now get it to the Carolina. The trailer, he scores! Tapio Carolina. As Roman Horn gets across the blue line, waits, is very patient with it, and Tapio Carolina gets the second goal on the board for Detroit here. Boston now on the attack as they find themselves down 2-0. Boston with a win the other night in Toronto, an overtime win. Not coming in with the same momentum they had against Toronto. Face-off coming to the left of Falk. It'll be won by Detroit. Jay Ward now with it. Approaching 6.5 minutes gone here. Ward will lose it back there, but Jacobson able to pick it up at the point. Shot blocked away in front. Ingolf Adolfsson will try to take it away. In front, Falk able to glove that one and hold on there. Face off to the left of Falk again. Won by Detroit. Ovaskadachenko cross ice to Kaba. It'll be Kovalenko on the attack now. If any, Kovalenko pauses. Shot! Sticked away by Sobel. It'll be Josiah Stevens behind the net. He'll flip it out front to Gron. Now Jackson King will skate onto it. And turned over there. Kovalenko now. Oh, and he's now sticked away by Baklov. Good stick there. Going to be a penalty. I think Kovalenko going to be guilty of a slash here. Boston continues possession, and there, with the touch-up, we'll get the call here. So yes, it will be Yevgeny Kovalenko. Face-off now coming to the right of Falk as Boston heads to the power play. 11:46 here. Vinogradov knocked away, and then they score. It'll be Nolan Cherry on the rebound. Again, Anders Falk giving up rebounds here. He did that the other night against New York to allow them to get back in the game, and he does it here early against Boston. So now a 2-1 lead as Boston gets right back on the board with Nolan Cherry. Boston now wins the draw. Svital. Ovoskadachenko now gets it up. It'll be Toivonen that'll flip it in. Thornburg and Grahn will fight behind the net. Grahn gets it up to Christensen. Cabo will get it up ice to Toivonen. Kristi Toivonen gets it across to Thornburg. Back to Ovoskadachenko with a slap shot, and it's blocked in front by his own teammate Thornburg. Thornburg along the boards. Ovoskadachenko now. Goes down low. It'll be Helm on it. Backlov up to Christensen. Christensen peels back in his own zone. He'll now get it up to O'Shea. O'Shea, as we're halfway through this first period here. O'Shea gets it knocked away. Toivonen, he's going to be tripped there by Svital. So Svital will head to the box. Easy trip call there. Yep, easy call there. Draw will be won by Boston, sent back behind Sabo, and now Vinogradov will take that puck away. Slap shot from the top, and it just hits the top of the net and stays out from the point. Benny Brock with an opportunity, and it was saved there by Benny Sabo. Detroit with it behind the net. Jacobson, he'll lose it there. They're in their defensive zone, trying to dig it free. Adolfsson, shorthanded to the front of the net, unable to get a shot away. Brock, now up to Kovalenko. They have an advantage here. Lackanen to Kovalenko, unable to get a shot on net as Kolar able to get back into play. Puck flipped all the way down, and that'll be Benny Brock on it. Minute gone here on the power play. Mats Lackanen goes to Thornburg. Thornburg, shot gets blocked. Kovalenko, and he clangs it. Got a wide open net, and he clangs that one off the post. So Kovalenko with a great opportunity down low and unable to do anything with it. Mats Lackanen now with it. He'll get it taken away for a second, then get back on in the neutral zone. Benny Brock will enter the zone, get it to Kovalenko. Pad save there by Sabo. Kovalenko now to the front. Lackanen puts the shot on net, and it'll be gloved by Sabo. He'll keep play going as Backlov hits it high off the glass, and that'll end the Detroit penalty. Turned over there. Jay Ward kept it in the zone for Detroit. Lackanen in the high slot. He'll turn it over. Petrik with a step there. He'll be chased by Jacobson. Jacobson now catches up to him, forces him to the corner. Roman Horn now away with it. Kristi Toivonen flips it in. It'll be Olav Antonisson pressed to the boards by Ward. Svital hit the hard there by Helm. They'll continue to fight. Jackson King away with it for Boston. He'll get it up to Grahn. Over to Svital. Svital loses it for a sec. Looking to get it up ice. Still being pinned in. King to Christensen. He'll get it knocked off his stick. 5.5 left here in a first period here from Boston. Anthony Martelli now looking to get up ice. He'll turn it over. It'll be Jackson King. King moved to the outside. Tries to get to the front of the net. Unable to get a shot away. Detroit and Martelli gets that blocked to the corner. It'll be O'Shea now with it. Nick O'Shea turns back in his own zone. Gets it over to Antonisson. King right at center ice. Gets it up to O'Shea. Nick O'Shea pauses for a sec. Back to the trailer. And Tonison unable to get a shot away as he was met there by Ovaskadachenko. Anthony Martelli across the blue line. Carries to the corner. In front of Nadov. Blocked away. Coy now with it behind the net. Gets it up front to Nadov. He'll be bumped off. Martelli. Going to be a penalty here against Boston. A slash, I believe. Yes. So Olav and Tonison going to be guilty of the slash there on Martelli. Adolfsson now against Thornburg. Detroit looking for a 2-goal lead once again. Stop there. Lackinen. Oh, that will be off the post. It was free in the blue paint. Sabo will get it out to Backlov, and he'll be able to flip it out. Puck all the way down. Picked up by Brock for Detroit. That's Lackinen now. Will turn. Get it over to Jacobson. They'll go up to Thornburg. Stuart Thornburg. Looking to drive the net. Lackinen. He scores on the one-timer. Set up there by Stuart Thornburg. Mats Lackinen with a great shot there. With a one-timer, buries it past Benny Sabel. So Mats Lackinen gets Detroit back up by a couple of goals here in the first period. We're under 3 minutes. Ristolainen with it at center ice. Lackinen now looking to get in. Lackinen shot doesn't get on net. Ristolainen in the corner. They'll continue to fight. Stevens will get it away for Boston. Boston in. King to the front. He'll be stopped there by Falk. And he will hold right there. Markov now to Carolinen. Carolinen. They'll lose the puck there. Backlov will have it. He'll get it up to Christensen. Puck was loose at the blue line, and it'll be called an offside there. Svital against Torn now. Just outside the Detroit zone. Ward up to Markov. Markov tries to get through, and Gron will take it away. O'Gron pressed to the boards there by Markov. O'Shea up to Christensen. Christensen will flip it over the glass. So we'll get a stoppage and come back outside the Detroit zone for a face-off. Under a minute left here in the first period. Boston trailing 3-1 here at home. Horn now in. Tries to get through, and it'll be knocked off his stick. Nick O'Shea looking to go through. He'll into the zone, get to the dots. To Christensen. Knocked away, and it'll be forced out. Believed by Kaba. It'll come all the way on net to Sabel. As we have 4 seconds left here in the period. Backlog just trying to keep the puck away from Detroit. They will, and that'll end the period right there. So Detroit comes out on fire, scoring the first 2 goals of the game. Boston gets one back on the Nolan Cherry goal. And then Detroit with a power play goal by Mats Lackinen puts them ahead 3-1. So we're going to take our first intermission break. We'll be back with you for the start of the second period. Welcome back to PIHANA hockey action here. We are in Boston, Massachusetts. I am Les Talk here with you. We have Calvin Anderson against Mats Lackinen as we get ready for the second period to get underway. We are off and running. 3-1 lead for Detroit here as we enter the second 20-minute period here. King in front gets knocked away. Might have been stopped by Falk in front. Another stop there. Going to be a penalty coming up here to Detroit. Backlov to the point. Anderson, slap shot, goes just wide, and Novoskadachenko will get a stick on that one. Not sure who the call's coming on. Just saw it'll be Lawrence Kaba. So he'll sit down for a spell. Detroit with a 3-1 lead. It's the first goal by Dayton Helm, his 10th on the year, so he has hit that double-digit mark. Congrats to him. Tapio Carolina gets his 2nd on the season. Then their 3rd goal coming to Mats Lackinen with his 5th on the year. And then Nolan Cherry also getting his 5th goal on the season here for Boston. Vinogradov will have it behind the net. He'll get it up to O'Shea. O'Shea will continue to skate. He'll get it up to Nolan Cherry. Cherry in the neutral zone gets it up to O'Shea. He's belted there by Novoskadachenko. Schwatal and Carolina will battle at the boards. Gets kicked lower into the Detroit zone. Novoskadachenko tries to clear. It's deflected down. Boston looking to go on the attack here. Is good forecheck. Keeps the play in. Puck hops in the air. Falk able to get a glove on that and hold it right there. Schwatal able to drive to the net and get a shot. So Nick O'Shea, the big hit there by Novoskadachenko, and he's slow to get up. And it looks like he does gingerly go over to the bench. So he sits there over on the bench being checked out by the training staff. Has not gone back to the dressing room, so we'll see if he's able to get back out there. Markov wins the draw for Detroit, and he will get it out. Vinogradov up to Anderson. He'll get it up to King. Jackson King across the red line will enter the zone. Jackson King to Anderson. Oh, down low, didn't have a shot. Christensen, slap shot. Goes wide. Might have been high as well. King over to Christensen. Down low, Stevens. He scores! So Josiah Stevens able to put that one past Anders Falk. So the second power play goal for Boston belongs to Josiah Stevens. His 7th on the early campaign here. Face off one here. Boston will have it. He'll turn it over there. Thornburg to Helm. Helm across the blue line. Looking to crack through. He'll lose the puck. Tries to feed it in front, and the one-timer is disrupted there. Carolinen shot gets low. I believe that was Toivonen. Carolinen back to Brock to Helm. Helm shot. He scores! So Dayton Helm with his 2nd of the game. So that 1-goal lead that Boston had forced now balloons back to a 2-goal lead as Detroit back on the board with Dayton Helm, assisted by Brock and Carolinen. So Carolinen, his 2nd point of the game. Had 1 point coming into today. Lackinen over to Kovalenko. Kovalenko shot. Goes off the stick and up over the net of Sabel. Backlov will turn it over. Lackinen. Pad stop there by Sabel. Braun gets it out. Gets it up to Nolan Cherry. Cherry, 4 minutes gone here in the 2nd period. Brandon Jordan staying wide. Gets it to the front of the net. Unable to get it through. Kovalenko to Lackinen. Mats Lackinen will go on the attack. Lackinen in front to Ristolainen. Oh, and he couldn't feed it over to Kovalenko, who would have had an open net. Ristolainen unable to feed it over. Tipped there. Kaba will pick it up. Kaba tries to feed it deep, and he's hit hard. O'Shea with it. O'Shea loses it to Ristolainen. Oh, tried to feed out in front, and Sabel will hop on top of that and hold the puck there. So face-off coming to the right of Benny Sabel here. Horn against Fatal. Horn wins it back. Kaba. Shot gets blocked away. Ward will have it in the corner. They'll continue to battle. Vinogradov able to pick it up. It'll come to Christensen. Isaac Christensen across the red line and will dump in. First one back there on it is Novoskadachenko. He's pressed to the boards there by O'Shea. Puck gets kicked out. Then right back onto the stick of Novoskadachenko. Roman Horn now up ice. Antonison with it. Olav Antonison gets it up ice to O'Shea. Nick O'Shea will turn, feed it cross ice to Christensen. He'll enter to Schwatal. Has been Schwatal, block it away. They'll have it in the corner there. They'll continue to fight for it. It'll come free. Markov to Novoskadachenko. Skadachenko looking to get up ice. He'll flip in. Bogran with it. Get it out to Backlov. Backlov up to O'Shea. O'Shea loses it there. Isaac Christensen. Press to the boards there. They'll continue to fight. Backlov reverses course to O'Shea to Christensen. Christensen to Backlov. Backlov gets it up to O'Shea. Nick O'Shea in the corner. He'll be pressed to the boards there. Jacobson now skates out. Swital up to O'Shea. O'Shea back to Backlov. Backlov along the boards. He'll lose the puck. Skadachenko will flip it out. It'll be Dayton Helm. He'll decide to flip it in. Thornburg now gets out to the front of the net. Backhand goes wide. Going to be an interference call here on Bogran. He was pushing and shoving a little too long in front of the net there. So Gran will take a seat for Boston. Battling there a little too long with Helm and even knocks him to the ice. That was probably what drew the call there. So Detroit right back to the power play. They scored earlier with Lackinen to make it a 3-1 game, and now we sit 4-2. Brock will try to go cross ice. It misses Lackinen, but he's able to get it off the boards. Lackinen cross ice to Kovalenko. Stopped there by Sabel, and he'll get the whistle. Face-off now coming to the left of Sabel again. Face-off, tie up there. It'll be one back Thornburg. Jacobson, slap shot. It's sticked away by Sabel. Puck back at the point. Jacobson down to Kovalenko. Puck gets knocked out. Petrik now. He's got to step on Jacobson. Vlatko Petrik in alone. Can't jam it home past Falk. And Jacobson able to pick that puck up and go the other way. Thornburg now. Petrik just tried to... he almost tried to just run himself through the net. There, Lackinen in front. Stopped there by Sabel. Looked like Kohler had it on his stick for a second, and it is forced back on net to Sabel, and he'll hold. Adolfsson against Thornburg here. The draw will come to Adolfsson. Gets it over to Joubert, and he'll throw it into the Detroit bench. We'll get a whistle here. It'll go back down into the Boston zone. Adolfsson again against Thornburg. Thornburg able to kick it back, to Jacobson. He knocks one off the iron. Another post here. Benny Brock will have it at the point. He'll go to Thornburg on the wing. Thornburg! Shot might have been deflected in front. It goes just over the cage. Thornburg skates back in. He'll stop there. Look to get it to the front. He's met there by Backlov. Backlov will go from skate to stick and get it out. 9.5 minutes left here in the second period. 4-2 lead for the Trappers here on the road as they look to extend their America Division lead. Boston looking to catch up with New York as they... And Helm gets it there. That's going to be a hat trick. Dayton Helm. So there was a penalty upcoming, and Dayton Helm says, who cares? I'm going to just bury this one right past Benny Sabel. So a 5th goal here, and they will go back onto the power play. Helm able to win that one back. So with the call upcoming, they end up going on the power play anyway. Horn up to Kaba to Toivonen. Christy Toivonen gets belted there. Helm with Ward with him. Puck gets knocked away. Jay Ward now to the point to Horn. Kaba to Ward. Ward across. Oh, and a good opportunity there for Ristolainen. Unable to bury it though. Ward in front. Stop there. Sabel still in net for Boston. It'll be Ristolainen. Stop there by Sabel. And he'll hold right there. So Kusti Toivonen looks like he's going to head back to the dressing room as he's hurt. Oh no, he isn't going to head back to the dressing room. My bad. Getting ahead of myself, assuming things there. Thornburg against Anderson. Anderson wins it back. He'll lose the puck, though. Kovalenko in front can't get a shot away as he was bumped off the puck by Joubert. Puck will be sent all the way down. It'll be Kaba on it. Kaba goes up ice. It'll be Thornburg. Good stretch pass there. Thornburg tries to get to the front. And he's knocked off. Lackinen then gets it poked away. Kaba over to Thornburg. Kovalenko in front. Can't get a shot away, and Jordan will get it out. So good passing there from Detroit, but unable to get a shot on net. Kaba will have it. He'll beat it up to Thornburg. Up to Lackinen on the near boards. Mats Lackinen. Watched there by Joubert. Joubert pokes it away for a sec. Thornburg scores! Stuart Thornburg on the power play. So a few power play goals here have now extended this lead to a 6-2 game here for Detroit. Anderson with a slap shot. Nicks off the glove of Falk. King to the front. Shot. He scores! It's Anderson, or excuse me, Stevens. I thought it was Anderson. My fault. Josiah Stevens is going to tip that one home for a goal. So we are in store for a high-scoring matchup here, as now we are 6-3 here in the second period. Still 7 minutes left here in this second period. It's Detroit leading 6-3 now. Stevens gets it back to within 3 for the Yachts. Schvital will skate away, get it to the red line, and flip in deep. First one on, it'll be Brock. He'll be chased there. He'll try to flip it out front to Carolinen. Carolinen looking to escape free. He'll get it up to Coy. Over to Brock. Ignatov tries to get through, and he's bumped off the puck. Nick O'Shea to Baklov right in front of Sobel in front of his own net. Has been Schvital to the blue line. Schvital feeds it across. He'll lose the puck there. Francis Coy up to Brock. Over to Ignatov. Ignatov blown up there at about the red line. Bo Gron with it. Gron will feed it over to Christensen. 5 minutes left here in the second period. Christensen to O'Shea. O'Shea! Oh, just goes wide. That close to making it a 2-goal game. O'Shea back to Antonison. O'Shea scores! So just like that, Nick O'Shea makes this a 6-4 game. So it looks like we are a ways away from the scoring ending here in Boston. It was 6-2 just moments ago, and now we are down to 6-4. The lead for Detroit. Puck will be flipped in by Boston. Brock will have it. He'll go up the boards. Markov will have it. He's bumped there at the blue line. Brandon Jordan tries to skate away with it, unable to. Benny Brock will have it. He'll flip it up ice to Ward. Over to Markov. Markov pressed to the boards there. Adolfsson will have it. Ingolf Adolfsson loses the puck for a sec, and now he'll get the puck out. Brandon Jordan will have it. Brandon Jordan decides to flip in. It'll be to Pio Carolinen. Carolinen kicks it up the boards, unable to. Benny Brock with it. He'll try to kick it up the boards. It'll come to Markov. Markov over to Horn. Horn will stop and reverse track. Brock and Horn, they'll battle along the boards there. They'll continue to fight. Adolfsson will enter the zone. Under 3 minutes left here in the second. In front, just goes wide. Anderson now will have it. He'll feed it to Jordan. It'll look like Vinogradov. Shot got blocked. Kovalenko. Pressure here by Boston. They are not going quietly here at home. Horn with it. He'll get to the corner, be knocked off by Vinogradov. And Tonison will have it. He's pressed to the boards by Horn. They'll continue to fight. Anderson right there with him. Antonison to Ristolainen. Puck comes free up to Ovoskadachenko. Ovoskadachenko tries to feed it low, and Stevens will pick that one off. And a fight here. So Antonison's going to go up against... It is Antonison. Yeah, Antonison up against Kovalenko for Detroit. On the hit to Josiah Stevens. So Antonison taking exception to the hit from Kovalenko. And they'll go at it here. Big hit there, both of them. Couple of good shots, and Antonison sends Kovalenko to the ground in a heap. So the debris has been cleared. Both men will sit in the box for a little bit here. So we'll have a face-off to the right of Benny Sobel. Face-off won by Boston. Bogran with a minute, just over a minute left here in the second period. King tries to get down to the corner. He's bumped off the puck by Ovoskadachenko. King comes free with it. It'll go cross ice to Backlov. Over to Gron. Gron walks down there. And a glove save by Falk. And an important save there. As Boston, with all the momentum right now, could have used that one to get it to a one-goal game, but unable to. Helm now will skate away. He'll get it up to Toivonen. Toivonen up to Thornburg. Thornburg with a little bit of room on Gron. Stop there. He scores! So Stuart Thornburg with another one. We now find ourselves at 7-4. What a game. What a scoring output here in Boston. Both goaltenders not really showing their best. Helm now with an opportunity. He's already got 3 on the night. Helm with another chance. It'll be stopped there, and Gron will get it away from danger with 2 and 1. A slap shot glove by Sobel, and that'll do it for a wild second period. We entered the period 3-1. We'll now leave the period 7-4. It's Detroit able to score 4 goals there in the second period. Boston able to tally 3. So we'll take our second intermission. Catch your breath for a sec, folks. We'll see if we can get a little more goal scoring in the final 20 minutes right after this. Welcome back to Boston Municipal Arena. We are here in Boston, Massachusetts for the second game of our Tuesday doubleheader. Mats Lackinen up against Calvin Anderson here in the dot. I believe it's Wednesday. Yep, my fault. It is a Wednesday doubleheader. My fault. Gron will now have it. I think I've been saying Tuesday all night, too. Ovoskadachenko is going to be tripped there, so Detroit's going to go on a power play here as Anderson's going to be guilty of a trip right there. Easy trip call there on Anderson. Face-off one there by Boston, put on net by Joubert, and Sabel will hold there. Kind of a confusing play there by Johan Joubert. Face-off now coming to the right of Sabel again. Thornburg able to kick it back. Ward, Horn, down to Kaba. Kaba will skate in. He'll lose the puck. Jordan tries to clear, unable to. Kaba keeps it in. Goes to Thornburg, to Lackinen. Lackinen up high to Horn. Down low to Ward. Ward gets it deflected wide. Joubert then will get a stick on it and get it out. Kaba gets it up at about the dots. He'll get it up to Thornburg. Thornburg now for Detroit, looking to enter. Thornburg stays wide, cuts to the middle. Thornburg stopped there. Thornburg also looking for a hat trick here tonight. Joubert pressed to the board there by Lackinen. Adolfsson able to get it there, and Jordan will skate it away, get to the blue line. He'll continue, wait till somebody stops him, and finally he does. So it was deflected away. Roman Horn now on it. Gets it up to Lackinen. Lackinen stays wide. He'll lose it to Adolfsson. Adolfsson will go off the boards and out. Detroit now with it. Gets it up to Lackinen. Over to Ward. Jay Ward, cross ice, gets picked off. 30 seconds left here on the Anderson minor. Ward will lose that puck, and he'll be able to skate right back on it. Poked away again from Ward. Petrick will go off the boards and out. Kaba now will have it. Lawrence Kaba gets it up ice to Lackinen. 3 seconds left here on the power play. Ward, last chance. They're stopped there. So the power play ends, but Detroit still has it in there. Offensive zone. Thornburg with it behind the net. Tries to come out front. Gets it knocked away in front. Lackinen just goes wide. Good setup there of Thornburg from behind the net. Thornburg stays with it. He'll feed it over to Lackinen. Shot stopped there by Sabel, and he'll hold right there. Face-off coming to the left of Sabel. It'll be won by Detroit. Kaba tries to step down into it, and he'll get it taken away. Ezvin Fatal with it. Across the blue line. He'll be bumped off the puck. O'Shea! Blockered away by Falk. 4 minutes gone here in the third period. Detroit with a 7-4 lead. Boston trying to see if they can get it back down to a 2-goal game. 2-goal deficit. And go from there. Kristi Toivonen feeds it down low. Lackinen. Oh, tried to feed it across to Ristolainen. Gets broken up, and then Toivonen with a slap shot on net. And it's stopped there by Sabel. Stevens looking to skate away. He gets it over to Joubert. Up to O'Shea. O'Shea across the blue line will pause. Flips it cross ice to Joubert. Turned over to Martelli. Ignatov to Kaba. O'Shea and Braun will battle for it there. Braun able to get it free for Boston to King. King tries to go around Martelli. Loses control of the puck for a sec. Now it'll be battled there at the blue line there, and Coy takes it away. Ignatov enters the zone for Detroit. Back to Kaba, and a glove save there by Sabel. Face-off coming to the left of Sabel. It will now be pushed behind Sabel's own net. Boston now will skate free with it. Puck is loose in front, and Brock able to take it away. It'll be Francis Coy. He'll skate backwards. Caroline into Ignatov. Taran Ignatov. Across the red line, gets it to Coy. Coy, shot! Stopped there by Sabel, and he'll hold right there. Horn wins it back to Ward, and a kick save there by Benny Sabel. Petrick now. Vlatko Petrick being watched there. Turned over there. It'll be Markov for Detroit. Take it away from danger. Gets it to Horn. Horn to Ward. And a stick save there by Sabel. Roman Horn up to Benny Brock. Brock walks the blue line. Tries to get it down low. It'll be picked off. Abraham will take it for Boston. Gets it up to Petrick. Petrick along the half boards. Gets it over to Tipton. To Braun. To Abraham. Abraham to Backlov at the point. To Braun. Braun down low. Abraham. Shot gets knocked away. Might have come on net to Falk, and he's able to stick it away. Approaching the halfway point of this third period, and a tripping call coming up to Roman Horn there. Puts the line in against Anderson now. Boston on the power play, see if they can get it back to a 2-goal game. Glove stopped there by Falk on Vinogradov. Anderson against Ristolainen again in the dot. Anderson wins it back. Christensen down low to Stevens. Stevens puts it on net, and Falk able to come up with the stop. Fatal able to win the draw for Boston. Vinogradov in front to Fatal, and a one-timer there goes wide by O'Shea. Cherry up to Fatal to Christensen. He'll lose the puck. Fatal now down to Cherry. Shot doesn't get on net. Going to be a penalty coming up here on Boston, I believe. So Nick O'Shea going to be guilty of a slash here. So we've just crossed the 10-minute mark here of the third period. Not what Boston needed with a penalty there. Shvital will face off against Helm. Shvital wins it back. Vinogradov with it. Vinogradov gets it up ice. It'll be Josiah Stevens, so we'll be 4-on-4 for about 1:20 now. Shvital in front, gets it knocked away. Stuart Thornburg will look to go on the attack. He's looking for his hat trick here tonight. Novoskadichenko across the blue line. Looking to feed it down low to Thornburg. Oh, and he just puts it off the side of the cage. And Sabel will be able to get on top of that. Face-off coming between Helm and Shvital. 55 seconds left here on the 4-on-4. Backlov will pick it up behind his own net and then lose it. Helm tries to get it out front. He'll go to the point to Novoskadichenko. Back down to Helm. Kaba to Thornburg. Thornburg to Helm. Helm can't get the shot away. Kaba picks it up. He scores! So on the 4-on-4, Lawrence Kaba able to bury one past Benny Sabel. Face-off now coming here. Will still be 4-on-4 for another 30 seconds. Kaba unassisted on the play. Fed across, and Shvital will pick that one off for Boston. Detroit now seeing if they can hang a double digits here on the Yachts, here on the road. So you start to see some of the fans emptying out the arena here as Boston not looking like they're going to be able to come away with the win here tonight. Taken away, Vinogradov. Now Kaba gets it blocked by his own teammate Thornburg, and then Sabel will grab it by the side of the cage, flip it over to Backlov. Backlov looks to get it out of the zone. He'll go to Vinogradov. Vinogradov up ice to Stevens. As the power play is going to end right there for Detroit. So we're back to even strength. Thornburg flips it in once he gets across the red line. Backlov, 8 minutes left here. Boston needing something big and something quick here. Puck will come loose. It'll be Thornburg. He'll try to get it away from danger, and Lackinen now for Detroit. Look to enter the zone. He's hit hard by Nick O'Shea. Shvital to O'Shea. Nick O'Shea shot gets blocked by his own teammate Christensen. Kovalenko with it. Evgeny Kovalenko across the red line, looks to enter the zone. He will. Kovalenko stays wide, stops for a sec, feeds the trailer Kaba over to Lackinen on the far boards. Thornburg behind the net. He'll be pressed there by Braun. Puck is free. Thornburg now back out with it. He'll go up high to Brock, to Lackinen. Lackinen on the backhand, doesn't have any options. Gets it over to Kaba. Lackinen back again on his backhand. Kovalenko, he'll be hit there hard by Backlov. Puck comes free. Shvital over to Adelson. Oh, and it just goes wide. Brock gets it up off the boards, and Detroit will come free. It'll be Horn. Roman Horn bumped off the puck. Dale Kolar with it. We'll get it up to Jordan. Brandon Jordan. Bumped there by Kaba. What a big hit there. Markov will get it sticked away for a sec. Brock now up ice to Horn. Under 5 left here in the third. Turned over. Ward in front. He scores! So that'll be 9 for the Trappers here as Jay Ward gets a goal here. So we'll have now a face-off again at center ice here. I think we've said plenty of times tonight is now Detroit leads 9-4. 13 goals here in the game. The record is 16 in a game between Boston and Ottawa. Jordan, glove there by Falk. Anders Falk does not want to be a part of that history at this point. Face-off coming Cherry versus Horn. Horn will win it back. It'll be Caroline, and he'll get it up to Jay Ward. 3:45 left here in the third period as we start to wind things down here. We'll remind you we have a few games coming up tomorrow night. Let me pull it up here. Boston looking to enter the zone. We're going to have 3 tomorrow night as New York will head to Minnesota, Calgary at Montreal, and Edmonton at Toronto. Horn across. They do. They get the 10th. So it'll be Ilya Markov set up by Roman Horn and Tapio Karolainen. So a good setup there, and Ilya Markov able to bury that one past Benny Sabel. to make it an even 10 for the Trappers here tonight. We still have 250 left, so don't count them out yet. They might still want that 11th here tonight. Boston now up into the play. Tried to pass down low. Anderson goes off the side of the net. In front. Oh, and a good blocker save there by Falk. It'll come into the blue paint, and he'll get a glove on that. Face-off coming to the left of Falk here. Will be won by Detroit. Brock with 2 minutes now left here, remaining in the third. Fans pretty much clearing out at this point as they see the writing on the wall that this game is over and has been over for a while now here. Antonison up to Anderson, minute and a half left. Boston maybe trying to get a fifth one here on the board. Stevens blockered away by Falk. In front, Antonison can't get the shot through. It'll be Anthony Martelli that'll pick it up for Detroit. Martelli across the line. He's looking to feed Coy. And it's now Ronnie Abedisiani in net. So they've gone away from Sobel. A disappointing performance for the Polish goaltender here tonight. Vinogradov, 45 seconds left here. Detroit going to extend their lead at the top of the America division. Sent in front. Will be taken away, and it will be a power play as a slash coming up against Tapio Karolainen. So a disappointing way for him to finish his night. Face-off coming now to the right of Falk. Schvital able to win it back. It'll be Joubert down to O'Shea. O'Shea in front, just puts it wide. 30 seconds left here. Flipped off the boards and out. Jordan on it. Will be watched there by Ristolainen. Jordan will try to go behind his net. Comes out in front. O'Shea with 20 seconds left. Looking to get a power play goal here before the period ends. Joubert down to O'Shea. Gets sticked aside by Falk. Kaba will fight there with O'Shea. They'll continue to fight as we hit 10 seconds left here on the clock. Puck will go down. Ovaskadachenko will pick it up to Kaba. They will get it out, and that will do it as the clock trickles to 2-1, and there is the horn. So a monster win for the Trappers. Here in Boston, they come away with a 10-4 victory here at Boston Municipal Arena. Many fans in the blue and red going home unhappy tonight as the Trappers come away with a dominant win. So we're going to head to a quick break here just for a few seconds, and then we will head to our post-game stats and information as we have our final game of the evening here tonight. So we'll be right back with you here in a little bit. Enjoy some highlights before we head to our post-game information. All right, we are back for our post-game coverage of the Detroit Trappers' dominant performance, a 10-4 win over the Boston Yachts here on the road tonight. We take a look at the stats. Boston coming away with Detroit 40 shots to Boston's 30, 21 hits for Detroit to Boston's 32. Face-offs favor Detroit by a slim margin. Penalty minutes 13 for Detroit, 17 for Boston. Power plays, both teams actually go 500. 50-50 there. 3 for 6 was Detroit and 2 for 4 was Boston, with no shorthanded goals on the evening. So now we'll head to Detroit. Their points. 4-point performance from Dayton Helm, another great performance. Lackinen comes away with 3 with a goal and 2 assists. Thornburg, 2 goals and an assist for 3. And then Tapio Carolinen came in the game with 1 point, now exits with 4 as he gets a goal and 2 assists here tonight. Kaba and Ward both with a goal and an assist each, and Roman Horn 2 assists. Then some single point getters. We got Benny Brock with an assist, along with Jacobson, Toivonen, and Tiketovic, and then Ilya Markov with a goal down there as well. So our no point getters, we got Ovaskadachenko, Rustalainen, Yevgeny Kovalenko, a bit of a surprise there, and then Francis Coy, Taran Ignatov, and Anthony Martelli. Shots leaders, look like we had a few at 4, but Lackinen with 7, Helm at 5, and Thornburg at 5 as well. And then our hits, not many. Ovaskadachenko leads the way with 6, Toivonen had 3 himself, and also Lawrence Kaba with 3. The goaltending, Anders Falk. Not a terrific performance, but he didn't necessarily have to be with Benny Sobel on the other end, as 30 shots is what he faced, saved 26 of them for an .867 save percentage, giving up 4 goals here tonight. Now we'll head across the way to Boston. They have a few 2-point getters. We have King and Schwatal with 2 assists, and then Josiah Stevens with 2 goals. And then a handful of 1-point getters, Anderson, Vinogradov, Christensen, and Tonison, all with an assist, and then Nick O'Shea and Nolan Cherry with a goal as well. Baklov, Gran, Joubert, Kolar, Jordan, Adolfson, Tipton, Petrick, and Abraham, all with no points here tonight. Shots leaders, we got Stevens at 6 and Anderson at 5. King also with 4 tallies there. Hits, Vinogradov and Christensen get 4. Sasha Baklov with 5. And that will be the leader there. And then the goaltending. So Ronnie Bedesiani actually did give up the 1 goal. I didn't know he was in at that point. But Benny Sobel gives up 9 on 37 for a .757 save percentage for him. Ronnie Bedesiani actually comes away with a worse save percentage as he gives up the 1 goal on just 3 shots for a .667 save percentage. So a lackluster performance from the goaltending for Boston, and that's kind of what has put them in this deep hole in the America division. We'll now take a peek at the goals, see what we can see. Let's head to the first period. They'll label there, show us the Lackinen goal. Okay, so we got something here. Fed across Lackinen, yep, the one-timer. So many goals, I'm trying to remember exactly which one was which. So Thornburg fed across there, and Lackinen with a one-timer rings it off the post and in to beat Benny Sobel there in the first period. We head to the second with a mountain of goals here. Let's see. Yeah, I don't really remember which ones were of note. There were just so many of them. I guess we'll show the Helm power play goal. Dane Helm cutting in, gets the middle shot, just beats Sobel clean there. Let's go to the Thornburg goal. So he's able to get this, as you can see there, in close quarters. Fed across there, in tight, beats Sobel there. And then the Thornburg goal to end the period here. So he gets around, and then the rebound available by Sobel, and he gets it past the goaltender. Josiah Stevens right into the slot here was Anderson. Or no, it was King, excuse me. And then sort of knocked down, deflected by Josiah Stevens as he's able to beat Anders Falk there. And then the third period, again, not a ton to talk about. We'll go with Jay Ward, his goal. So he cuts to the front of the net and then able to beat Sobel far post and in. So that's going to do it for our action here from Boston. Again, a dominant performance by the Trappers here with a 10-4 win. Again, we have 3 games coming up tomorrow. We'll get those games right here for you. The first game going to be our weekday, or excuse me, our primetime weekday game of the week. The New York Empire head into Minnesota for an America Division matchup. Both teams looking to see if they can jump into second place in the America Division. The other 2 games we have tomorrow night, Calgary will be in Montreal for a matchup to see if one of those teams can win in regulation. They'll be tied with Toronto atop the Canada Division. And then speaking of Toronto, they will host the Edmonton Dinos right after that, see if they can extend their lead in the Canada Division. So thank you so much for joining us, folks. I am Let's Talk. It's been a joy to do this for you here from Boston. We will see you tomorrow night for another triple header of PIHANA action.